Evening folks, and welcome to this demonstration of my Omega Speedmaster Professional X-33, or Mars Watch as it was called. It was a successor to the mechanical Speedmaster, designed for use by astronauts, and they fed into some of its functions. It's also made out of titanium for lightness. However, we haven't yet gone to Mars, and they've superseded this model with the Skywalker X-33. But anyway, this is it's got a good bit of space pedigree, and it's been worn on many a shuttle mission and ISS flight, and even been repaired in orbit. There's a video on YouTube of one of the astronauts replacing some parts on his X-33. So this is the main time mode, and you've got 4 buttons around the outside, and the crown is also used to operate the watch. So if you press this top left button, it switches between the time mode and this mission time mode, and that's commonly used by astronauts apparently, mission time. If you hold this button in, it blanks the screen completely, which is a nice uncluttered look for it, if that's what you want. And then just press that again and it goes into time mode. So the next mode is date mode, and you've still got the mission time alternates there, or if you hold it down it goes blank. And then the next mode is the alarm mode. So it's got 3 different alarms. This alarm is just for the main time mode. Now this next mode is the mission time mode, and what I've actually done, as well as being able to reset it back to 0, you can actually set the mission time to be any time you want. And so although I only received this watch yesterday, I've set the mission time to be 38 days, and well, basically what I did is I set it to I reset it to the equivalent of the launch date of Tim Peake to the ISS. So hopefully we've got the same mission time showing on our watch, because I found out what time is Soyuz launched and worked out the difference and set it to that. And you typically set the functions by pulling out the crown, and it warns you, go on, do you want to actually do it? And I don't want to in this case, so I'll just push it back in. And that lets you enter the setting mode for the various functions. So it actually says MA there, so that's the mission time alarm, so you can set it for a particular mission time. Apparently that's a very useful feature for astronauts. And then the next mode is universal time, so it's a bit like GMT, central time that you use wherever you are in the world. And it's showing the days of the year, so this is the day number of the year. Because it's January, it's just showing the 22nd, but when it gets to the 1st of February, it will actually show 32 there, and carry on up to 365, and then you've got the time in 24 hours mode there. So the next mode is, there is a universal time alarm as well, it's just showing that it's off. And then you've got CDT as countdown timer, and I will demonstrate the setting bit here, because you can actually set, this is the only one I've ever seen on a watch, you can set it to the second. And I'll just set it up to 15 seconds, and we'll start it so you can hear the countdown function. So it does actually do an audible countdown as it gets near the end, which is nice. Here we go. And as you can see, that's the alarm, and as you can see, it's actually started counting up now. When it gets to 0, it starts to count forwards, and there's only one other watch I've ever seen that does that, and that's this, funnily enough, this Casio Melody alarm. The countdown time on that, when it gets to 0, it counts upwards, and it could be very useful in certain situations, so I think it's a great feature. I'll just stop that there and reset it. And then the next mode is the chronograph mode, and that's pretty standard fare, start and stop and reset. And then finally I'm going to show you how the light works, which is interesting. So I'm going to press the light button, and you'll see the face lights up, and the second hand has stopped, and it'll stop for 5 seconds, and it'll keep and then another 5 seconds, and it catches up, whiz like that. So I'm not quite sure why they've done that, but an interesting feature nonetheless. Anyway, as ever, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Cheerio!